GB all the way. Rays are getting early on that April Fools. Oh, nice. J2 versus B3, which one is better? Depends. Depends on what you're doing. I do think I prefer SLS and commercial launches over Constellation, though. Oh, God damn it. Roger, you're killing me. Roger, you're killing me. Dude, I gotta play KSP. You're killing me, man. You're killing me, man. You're killing me. I don't want to do it. I don't want to talk about 30 billion, man. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to do it. All right, here. Just look at this. Look at this graph! So this is the Constellation's budget over time, okay? And this is what they had planned all through basically now. Look. So this is, once again, vision. This is under the VSE, Vision for Space Exploration. What do you think this is? What do you think that orange is right there? ISS transport. Honest. What do you think that is? Soyuz. Ares 1. Nope. Wrong. Actually, it is Ares 1, to be honest with you. It's commercial, but notice how it goes out in fiscal year 15-16? I just wanted to say again. I'm not going to lie. See how it stops? It really starts to go down in fiscal year 15, 16, and 17. And then the ISS ends out here, right? That didn't happen, but you get the idea. You know why? Commercial crew was always part of it. It was always part of Constellation, Raj. I don't know if you knew that. The commercial crew program was not thought up in 2011 like everybody thinks it was. I don't know why people spew that nonsense. That's not correct. That's not correct in the least. Commercial crew was thought up under the 2004 Vision for Space Exploration. That's where commercial orbital transport services came from. SpaceX was awarded a contract in 2008 under COTS, which is part of the Constellation program, for a commercial resupply of the space station. That's not... Constellation was always going to hand over low Earth orbit for private uses sometime at the end of the 2020 teens, beginning of 2020s. It was always planned to do that. Can you link that graph? I want it. It's just off of the Vision for Space Exploration. Here, I'll just link this if people want to read about it. Wasn't Constellation initially intending to launch Ares to the Ares 1 with Orion to the ISS? Yeah, Kamir, that was only a temporary thing. What they were trying to do is A, get flight time with Orion, B, prove Orion's reusability, and C, have a way to get to the ISS so there was no gap in spaceflight activities. And then, just like that graph says, in 2016, 2017, they would stop flying Orion. They would stop flying Orion to the ISS and hand it over to commercial partners. That was always the plan. It was always the plan. Everybody likes to say, oh, well, in 2011, they decided to do commercial stuff. That's bullcrap. That's wrong. That's incorrect. That's not right. It wasn't thought of in 2011. It was thought of in 2004. 7 years prior. So, commercial crew was set to basically take over launching people to the ISS in 2018, 2019, somewhere around there. When did DM2 fly to the ISS? Oh, 2020. Huh, funny how that works. Oops. They didn't expand nothing. They didn't expend nothing. They just kept the thing going. What do you think SpaceX will be doing in 50 years? Liam, if everything goes to plan, hopefully we have some kind of outpost on Mars. I don't think we'll have a city in 50 years on Mars, but if Elon gets his way, we'll be rapidly approaching that point. Yeah, Raj, commercial crew was supposed to happen with that. So in 2017, they'd stop using Orion to fly to the ISS. 2017, 2018 is right around the time when Ares 5 would have became operational. And when Ares 5 became operational, they would have been able to launch it with the EDS and the Altair lander in the 2020s. And then they would have used Orion they would have converted Orion basically for deep space exploration. And basically built the version of Orion that they built now that took a couple $1 billion to do the research and development for. You know why? Because that research and development should have been used to move people to the ISS stopgap. That's why Orion development is so damn expensive. That's why SLS development is so damn expensive too. Ares 1 had a 5-segment SRB in the first stage and a J2X upper stage. NASA wanted to use the development costs from Ares 1, J2X, 5-segment SRB, to make building Ares 5 a lot cheaper. Starting to make sense? Sure. Lavi, go ahead. In my opinion, the Altair lander should have been funded like Orion was. We got docked in 2011, RJ. That's what happened. Under the guise of saving money. $30 billion. You know. I don't have to say it. You ever think Elon will go up on one of these rockets? I think when Starship is safe enough serious, he's actually counting on it. But either way, yeah, I don't want to get so stupid and freaking preachy. Let's go. Check Discord. Let me see. Oh, I don't like this. My issue with Constellation and preference for Artemis in regards to commercial involvement, it has nothing to do with timeline, performance, or cost. It's all down to program safety. It's harder to kill the program if commercial is an integral part of it. That's all you meant by it. I understand, Raj. Yeah. But once again, it feeds to what I'm saying of it's always better to have, I think it's always going to be better to have a post office and FedEx, dude. All space is a logistics service. It's moving stuff into space. It's a form of transportation, like a train, or like a plane, or like the mail, right? We have the post office, which is arguably just another logistics service. And we have FedEx, UPS, DHL, whatever, working in perfect conjunction with them. Well, not exactly perfect, but you get the idea. What don't you like? We had a consultant in to talk about how NASA top management could work better together. The consultant and I met. The consultant asked, "For whom do you work?" And she said, "I work for the president." The consultant said, "That's a problem. You work for Charlie." Yep. In other words, Constellation is a better idea, though a bit ambitious. Have you looked at the new Beam update? No, not yet. Serious? When did Beam update? Did it update? I think I got the update, but I just don't know what's in it because I noticed that all my mods were disabled when I played it the other day. Anyway. Oh, I have to go in here and check. Let me get the music going. There we go. I think the only big thing is a new car. What? Oh, cool. Turn that down there. All right, so where are we at? Let's go to the website over here. Polls. Really? Just want to say sorry for getting riled up during the SN11 news earlier. It's alright, man. People are... Entropy, you guys are passionate about this. I'm passionate about this. We all want Starship to do well, and we don't want it to crash. So we get a little hyped up with stuff, dude. I understand that. That's stuff I don't care. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's very interesting. You guys chose Minmus for the Science Mission Directorate. So landers and rovers on Minmus. Okay. Not what I was expecting, to be 100% real with you. I was expecting Duna. Which, yeah, okay. Duna is definitely in a solid, well, not solid, but it's second place. And you guys wanted me to continue the moon. But I think I know why Minmus was chosen, because you can get a very high amount of science from there. You voted for Jewel? Yeah, not many people are into that, dude. I'm surprised. I honestly thought you guys would skip over Minmus. But, alright, cool. So, Science Mission Directorate missions are funded on basically a case-by-case basis. So, yeah, they're going easy on me, Mutter, I guess. But I guess, then again, I don't really have much to say about being reliable on deadlines now, do I? Like I said, the system is automatically self-correcting. Oh, the Wendover. Dude, I thought that was a mod that I downloaded. I drove it around a little bit. Oh, it's so 90s. Cool. Yeah, I drove it around, serious. That's cool. Hey, Wiser. What's up? It's just you don't like Minmus. Oh, I honestly wasn't expecting it. Any plan on doing deep space probes when the launch windows come around anyway? Do we know anything? Rocket Guy, I can't figure out how the nose cone ended up in the orientation that it ended up in, and how the engines ended up where they ended up in. The nose cone is basically, windward side is on the ground, right? And the nose cone is pointing like northwest, and it's pointing at the engines. The engines are in front of the nose cone, and the nose cone landed windward side down, which is... I can't figure it out. I don't know. Dude, that vehicle... The only conclusion that I can really come to with SN11 is that thing was really off course. It was really doing something bad. Just because, how does the nose cone land right side up with the... So the wings are like this. So that means it landed on its belly. The nose cone section landed on its belly, and it's pointing at Raptor engines, which are about 100 meters down the road. And not even... The three Raptor engines landed in 3 different spots. Which tells me there was a massive explosion. I mean, obviously the sound kind of corroborates that, dude, but what I'm trying to do is, like, I mean, it could have been FTS, it could have been an engine malfunction. I'm not really fixated on that. I want to know what that thing was doing and how it exploded to get the nose cone to basically be pointing at the back of the vehicle. Because Starship, as you know, the nose cone is in fact pointing away from the back of the vehicle. That's why it's a nose cone. Yeah, interesting stuff. Are you going to use the same architecture for Min-Miss? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, Mutter, it's genuinely weird, man. Genuinely. I really don't get it. What happened? I don't know. That's the short answer, Sirius. I have no idea. At what point do they get concerned? Well, Josh, let's see what happens with SN15. Perhaps we should do a ranked choice running vote off. No. Too complicated. No. Min-Miss should not take that long. Let me go back over here, open up the poll. This means a lander and a rover to Min-Miss. Okay? It's going to take a second to engineer that stuff, right? But we're more than well capable of making this happen. There's no specific things about what the landers and the rovers are supposed to do, right? I think a Min-Miss lander would probably be the best move. And honestly, just send a scout probe. And once I do that, then we'll vote on where, like the next science mission. Do we want to do a Min-Miss rover? Or what? When is the next Duna window? I wrote it down. Duna's transfer window is on year 3, day 11. What are we at in game? Year 3. Huh. Interesting. I think that might be 311. Well, Pickle, that's probably what I'll end up doing. On the way up, one of the Raptors was on fire. It's just insulation burning off, Ford. I know, because it caught on fire and the plume didn't change. If it caught on fire and it sprung a leak somewhere, the plume would change. It would change color, it would change shape. If you have an exhaust leak in a car, right? If you blew a header gasket, right? The exhaust coming out the back of the car is going to look different. If you have twin exhausts off the two headers, right? And you blew a header gasket on one, you're going to get exhaust coming out one, and you're going to get no exhaust coming out the other. It affects stuff upstream and downstream, The thing caught on fire, it didn't change the plume. Elon said one of the engine's thrust was low. Never mind. Year 3, day 311 is the correct window. Do we need some relay for the upgrades for Min-Miss? We shouldn't, Tape. We should be able to get out there. Any tips on keeping things stable for long-term sitting on terrain? Don't use landing gear. Don't have landing legs or landing gear holding stuff up, French. Very simple. Sprung weight versus unsprung weight. Oh, interesting comment. Huh. Yes, Reagan, I have. We watched it during Space News. No, Jackery. Interesting. In this case, the nose cone raptors are our hypocenter. They suggest the vehicle blew apart just to the west of the pad, most likely between the pad and Starhopper. When the vehicle exploded, these would have fallen nearly vertical because of their mass. If that is the methane header tank, which was likely full of fuel, also would have been rather dense, so fell rapidly, and being so intact does not appear to have been involved in the blast. The rest of the debris stretches out north due to the prevailing winds. Weather Underground reports a 12 to 13 mile an hour wind from the south-southeast, which is consistent with the debris field stretching northwest of the hypocenter. The lightweight piece of debris a couple miles north might very well have been on the vehicle during the explosion. The explosion would have given the debris some additional velocity, and some vertical, some horizontal. Any debris below the center of the explosion, which would be accelerated by the explosion, would hit the ground first, which is why we see many impacts before the skirt segment to the west and some lighter debris near the hypocenter. Any debris above the explosion, which would be lofted into the air, would stay in the air much longer, giving more time for the wind to blow northwest. Interestingly, large pieces of debris with good sail area to their mass all appear to be concentrated more towards the west, including the skirt and the debris near the container. Not the north, as the wind alone should have done. This was probably the direction of the flip, suggesting the vehicle exploded shortly before the point when the bottom of the vehicle was at or near its maximum horizontal velocity. Just after the vehicle got past vertical, for the first time, and before it began to correct back. Thus these pieces were affected by vehicle speed, explosion, and the wind. This was the opposite direction of the SN-10 landing flip, but I'm not sure what to make of it. Pretty good analysis, actually. No, Lego Lewis, it hasn't gone on sale for me yet. No, King, I haven't time warped yet. Interesting. All right, so okay, Minmus. So chat wants to fund a Minmus mission. When do we want to do that? When do we want to get that done? And how much do you think a Minmus mission is going to cost me? 1 week. Well, I gotta design a rover and a lander, I guess. Can Freedom 10 do that? You'd need 2 Freedom 10 launches. Oh, that's a good point. The next window is quite far away. Whoa. It's already built. We can use the same lander. Yeah, we can use Scout. That shouldn't be a problem. The moon takes more Delta V than Minmus, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Is the 3.75 rocket developed included in the Minmus directive, or is that coming from a different funding source? That would come from a different funding source, Muffin. I don't need that to explore Minmus. Let's go up here. Well, the Duna mission per the directorate here was just a probe, so it means it circularizes around Duna, and that's it. There's no landers, no nothing. It would be like it would be like Maven or something.
Swifton, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Roger, Tranquility. We copy on the ground. I didn't lose it. It's right there. We have the ore sensor unlocked. Yes. Yep. Okay. Oh, they tested aero braking. They tested aero braking on Mars with Maven. I didn't know that. That's really friggin' cool, actually. Yeah. What's that, Thomas? Oh, nice. We could tell it's aero braking because of the way the orbit is. That station contract would make doing a gateway-style Minmus campaign really easy. Yeah, I know, Mutter, right? Frankly, I can also see SpaceX going full out to sea-based platforms just to launch from international waters and be done with this. King, you know what bothers me about that? The guy crap posts about it on Twitter. Did you try calling SpaceX? Did you try telling him that this is okay? You're just gonna whine about it on Twitter. That's what annoys me about that. But I mean, maybe for all we know, he could be. So once again, I'm not too familiar with the situation going on when it comes to EIRs down there, so I'm not gonna say anything. Could be one, could be the other. Don't know. It's a little annoying, but. All right. Anyway, so we would need to build something like Maven. That's what I would want to make. I'm just trying to see how this thing's circularized. How did Maven circularize around Mars? Maven for Duna. That's cool. Did it arrow break? I mean... David, yep. Yeah, Rocket Guy, this looks, I mean, as long as they're testing aero brake maneuvers with it, it looks like it aero braked. Second to last line in the timeline. Well, that said, it completed an aero braking maneuver after circularization. It has to be. It has to be that. All right. I mean... Vivin. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's John Grunsfeld. Cool. He worked on the Hubble Space Telescope. Let me take a look. Okay, nice. Just a regular Hohmann transfer there. I'll be damned. That looks like circularization to me. Mutter, you got a fact sheet? Yeah, it had a propulsion module. Okay, it has thrusters on it. Cool. That's all I wanted to see.
Throttle up.
Drummer, are you here or did you go to sleep already, buddy? Because if Drummer's still here... I mean, it's very clear that Minmus is the priority, but Duna is right behind it. So... I mean, do you... I mean, I'd say I should make an executive decision. It's very clear that a lot of you want to go to Minus first. But with the transfer window, I think Duna would be good. It did the initial burn with its engines and then used the atmosphere to lower it more over time. Well, no, I'm gonna go to Minmus first, no matter what. But we could plan up a Duna mission. No. It's not about voting between Minmus or Duna, guys. It's not about that. It's about do we want to go to Duna after I send a rover and a lander to Minmus? See entry of the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter for reference. Please hold. MRO did an aero brake. Aerodynamic drag of Mars' upper atmosphere slows MRO's velocity. 500 aero brake orbits are needed over 6 months. What is this?
That's a stroop.
Is it Stroop?
It's stroop.
Thank you. Stroop. Damn. Sneaky, it's a stroop waffle. Stroop waffle is very good. Delicious. I envy you right now as I don't have any. We don't have the communication set up to shoot something that far, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I know what people are gonna say. Oh, well, just send it and then get the communication, build the communications later. Yeah, because that's how NASA does things, right? I don't think that's a good idea. We'll just focus on Minmus for now, and we'll kind of go with it from there. If another transfer window shows up, you guys got to remember, the next Duna transfer window is going to be like a couple months away at best. So I ain't too worried about it. All right, I'll tell you what our next transfer window is. So we stream Kerbal 5 days a week, right? So that's 8 days times 5. So that's 40 days every week. So there's 426 days in a Kerbal year divided by 40. Which means that the next Duna transfer window will be in the summer, basically. 10 weeks. 10 weeks worth of streaming is the equivalent to 1 year in Kerbal. So April is 4 weeks. May is another 4 weeks. That's 8. June is another 4 weeks. July, August. So yeah, summer. Summer will be the next Duna window in August. This is how mission mode gets played. Year 3, day 220. I think if we can't hit Duna on year 3, day 311, right? Well, Duna is year 3, day... We'll have Minmus done by then, dude. Moho flyby is on now. Yeah, that's not happening. Jewel is year 3, day 275. But I don't think I have the payload capacity to move anything useful to Jewel. That's the problem. And we have to upgrade the comms network. So actually, chat actually did me a pretty good solid on just going to Minmus. Minmus is well within the realm right now of being able to just go get science from. So... Oh, I also have to check. When are these guys supposed to come down? $292. All right, we got a little bit of time. So now that we know that we're Minmus 100%, how about that station contract? I time warped, Muffin. Did you see my suggestion reason? I was giving those because it is good practice for Duna missions and saving about... No. Try to standardize a moon gravity transfer to get to Minmus. Lower DV than straight Minmus transfer. Plus, makes the mission a little more interesting. 400 Delta V for Kerman SOIs. Oh, alright. Okay. Can we manage to do a single mission to Minmus without the lander and a rover? No. My deep space network can get to Minmus right now. No problem. I have landed on the moon, Ryan. Yep. Oh, we still have it. Have a facility. Build a new station that has an antenna, has a docking port, and can generate power. The station must be fully assembled when launched. Have a facility supporting at least 10 Kerbals, a viewing cupola around the station, and an ISRU conversion unit on the station. You guys gotta remember, this is the Science Mission Directorate to Minmus, so probes. I'm doing a probe out there, so... I'd have to build something in low curve and orbit, Skiri, and then send it. Launch the ISRU, launch the cupola, and launch the HAB modules. I don't want... I mean, it's a great contract, but I don't want that. Okay. I think Drummer may have went to sleep, guys. We might have to wait till tomorrow to do all the polls for funding and everything. So, let's do that because, yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow to do the funding and the deadline for Minmus. I mean, honestly, it shouldn't take very long. But the big one is that we have to figure out what we want to do on the moon. Now, I basically had some time to think about what we want to do for our lunar program. And basically, if I put out a poll right now to continue or not continue the lunar program, I know the answer to that. It's going to be yes. The key is, what do we want to expand it with? Do we want to build a base on the moon? Do we want to build a space station around the moon? Or do we want to build like a launch pad or something on the moon? I'm still working up all the options for that. I'll probably do some of that a little bit later tonight. Do you want to build Gateway? And do we want to build like a dedicated base on the moon? Like, how do we want to set up our infrastructure? I have 3 kind of proposals working in my head here around different sustainable pieces of architecture, and we'll go from there. We have a contract to build a station out there, yes. Mm-hmm. I don't know, Bank. Maybe. Spin launch the moon. Yeah, Scary, yeah, you're not wrong. Hey, just got here. How are you? What is the final with the poll? Chat chose Minmus, so I'll start working on the Science Mission Directorate for Minmus tomorrow. Done nothing but Moon and Minmus bases for the last few years. Let's give her a basic station per the contract and move on. No, I don't. That's what you want to do. That's not what chat wants to do, man. The whole point is to have chat fund the thing, dude. All right. Well, I'll come up with the different options for what we want for lunar bases. And we'll go from there, and I'll come up with the Minmus probes as well. Aggressive but true. You guys don't get it, and you're not wrong. That's the thing. But honestly, if I just say I'm not gonna do what chat's gonna do, what's the point in voting? What's the point in voting? It's not about that we haven't done this before. It's the fact that if I just say, oh, you know, I've done Minmus before, even though chat voted for it, what the hell's the point of voting then? It completely nullifies the entire fun it completely nullifies the entirety of mission mode. I said I would carry out what chat wants to in good faith, and I have to do that. And just because it doesn't suit us now doesn't mean that voting system won't be a benefit to us later when we get past Minmus. Every space program has a logical step, all right? And that's the next logical step that chat voted for. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna not do it. And frankly, I'll be 100% real with you. I frankly don't give two Fs if we've gone there before in previous saves, or I've done this and I've done that. I frankly don't care. I want to go with the voting system because I think it's a good idea. And I understand, yeah, I've been there in past saves, but I'm not going to abandon the voting system now just because it didn't give me the result that I wanted. That's dumb. That's really stupid. And it's honestly kind of annoying that you guys can't see that. It's a little bit, it's pissing me off a little bit. But hey, it is what it is. With that being said, we'll figure out something for the moon soon. Anything will be quicker than getting that Ford out. Oh yeah, just kick me when I'm down, why don't you? Alright. What you like seeing is more the group that wasn't around to vote. You could always do what Summit done, develop things in minutes. I'm gonna work on cranes today. I don't want to. Alright, where did we leave off building the big Chungus crane? I don't know, let's take a look. Okay, there's that. Chat, please recommend cleaning products for our dirty showers. The scrubbing bubble isn't enough. Why are you telling them that? A toothbrush, Primo. If you have an old toothbrush, use that. That's good for cleaning grout. Don't use my toothbrush, please. God, I just don't really feel like playing mission mode today. So let's have some fun with cranes, okay? We figured that this has 45 ton, or what did we lift? 4,500 kilos, and we put it on top of the roof of the administration building over there. Sorry, putting on that people should build the movies. I know, Muffin, but you're not the first one that's come in today, and I know it's not you, dude. You're not the first one to come in today and said, "Hey, look, oh, well, I didn't like the amendments vote, so we shouldn't do that. We should plan for the next one." No, no, we shouldn't, because that's not what we did. Like, I get it. You want to. You know, we don't want to miss this transfer window, but honestly, if we vote on how long a mid-miss mission is going to take, it's not going to get me. It's not going to take me that long to get something out there. Okay, it's not going to take me. We have 70 days until it's year 3 day 220, and it's year 3 day 311 for the Duna transfer window. Trust me. After that's long enough to have a nice, sustainable min-miss program to launch at least 5 missions to min-miss. At least 5, which there's no way we need 5 missions to min-miss. So, like, at the end of the day, guys, like, I don't mind us, you know, planning on what you want to do next, but what we can't do is sit here and be like, "Oh, EJ, you shouldn't do min-miss. You should do this with min-miss. Don't worry about min-miss. We've been there before." Like, that's not helping. That doesn't help, and that just it doesn't. Yeah, no, I got to figure out a way around. I got to figure out a smoother transition on this for like how the science mission directorate works. I never added the science mission directorate into the original mission mode rules, so I really have to come up with some game strategy for it that fits with the mission mode criteria. It really is the missions are really devised around going to the moon, doing this on the moon, doing that on the moon, and they were designed around human exploration operations. I didn't really take science mission directorate into account. That's the problem. So, yeah, with that being said, I'm just going to have some fun, mess with some cranes today, and, yeah, we'll kind of go from there. I'll just leave that there. Let's go over here. Hey, I didn't vote for Minish or Dune. I voted for the moon. I was just suggesting a way to do Dune because it's alright, dude. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Farnight, you gotta respect the vote. I have to do that. I don't want to hedge my bets, you know, like and be like, okay, you know, we only need to send one thing. No, that's what chat voted for. That's what you guys wanted to see by a pretty significant margin. So, I'm gonna do it. I have to do it. I said I would do it in good faith. And people are putting me in a really, really crappy position, saying like, oh, don't do that. We should do this instead. Like, and I know that's the vast majority of you. I understand that's not the intention there, but that's just how it kind of has to be how it rolls. I'll get some Minmus probes thought up, and we'll probably have them there by the end of the week. The real thing I gotta kind of come up with is how we're going to do. What do we want to do with the moon? Do you guys want our moon architecture? And this is what the next poll will be. And I wanted to do it today, but Drummer isn't here, and I want to put some thought into it, guys, before I go and just make a poll. So I'll come up with some good proposals tomorrow. Yeah, so I probably won't truck stream tomorrow, and I'll probably spend the morning coming up with good proposals there, and then we'll go from there, and then we'll vote on it, and then by Friday, you know, we could do the Minmus missions then, or we could start planning for them tomorrow and go from there. But that being said, let's jump in and let's play some KSP. All right. Where were we? I think this is the one we were messing with here. I'll do a truck stream next week, Christian. I'm not doing PowerPoints, please. Very nice, eh? Wait, why doesn't this crane work? Huh. Feels bad, man. No PowerPoints. Yeah, these hinges are acting as pendants here. What else were we going to do here? Here, let's throw this out there. Let's see what it does. No, Levy. Too complicated. The only PowerPoints here are going to be from a 3,000 part monstrosity. Hey, it's like 800, okay? Just because I missed Space News. SN11. Raptor header tank rupture. Scary. Whatever it was a big enough explosion to make the nose cone point at the Raptor engines. So, i.e., it was something insane. Yeah, man, I don't really know. Scary, it was something ridiculous. Alright, let's bring this truck over here. Let's see if we can pick her up. Who is your daddy and what does he do? I mean, it could have been the flight termination system, dude. I don't know. Hortang, I don't think so. All right, let's see if the Chunguska can pick it up. Bolshoi Chunguski. Why is she waggling so much? Excuse me, you wear hair. I got freaking paint all in my beard, dude. From working on the truck. Nope. Nope. Stop. Stop. Oh, crap. We're dead. Crane's gonna fall over. It's bending very badly because of the pin. That Kerbal is in danger. Yeah, it's not ideal. Alright, that's the jack controller, that's the outrigger controller. Let's try pulling on the derrick pulley, let's see what it does. Yeah, the pin. Can't handle it. Can't handle the pin. I'll try pulling that all the way back. Let's see what it does. But my counterweight's all hanging around and stuff. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Back it up. Yes, this is normal crane operation. Okay, that thing's junk. Let's see. I added a piston that pushed my counterweight out from the crane and kept it in place. Also, your counterweight looks like it's too light. Yeah, this is just the old design, Max. I'm after the pin, dude. Everything else here is pretty straightforward, but I need the pin. The pin needs to be strong. I kind of want to go sifting through my Kraken tech here. To see exactly if there's a pin design that I have that's stronger. Here, let me just slew ring prototype. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we were using... This is our test stand that we had before. Yeah. That's exactly what we were using. So this is the prototype that found its way into... That was... I mean, this is basically the prototype that you just saw. We got to figure out that pin, Max. That's the big one. Yeah, Patoxin, that's right. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of all of it. And you know what? I can make this over in a second. And I already have a docking port with the flange there. With the flag. Take that, move that one back. Did I miss anything about mission mode plans? Well, Berg, chat chose the Science Mission Directorate, dude. So that's what we, for Minmus. So we're going to work on a lander and a probe from there for funding. And we got to work on funding for that too, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal. So probes and landers for Minmus. And then I'm still kind of fleshing out what I want to do with the lunar program. I honestly think the next thing we should do with the lunar program is, well, follow-up missions. Follow-up missions to just put the architecture through its test. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking doing more Luna missions, so landing spots and stuff is probably, now that I'm really thinking about it, that's probably the best way to do it. Guys, like, okay, so just let's think about it for a moment. I think that I should kind of take the lead here on the lunar missions, right? And the next lunar missions shouldn't be what we should do just yet. It should be proving the architecture works over and it's reusable over time. So doing more missions like the Luna 3 mission. More flights out to the moon, more landing spots, you know, more anomalies, stuff like that. What I think chat should do is vote on how long 5 lunar missions is going to take. We'll just say 5 more lunar missions, because the Apollo program went to the moon 6 times, right? Let's just say 5 lunar missions, and then funding and deadline for that. We just did that with the Prototype 1 design victory. That's not going to work. Any plans or ideas after the moon? Where do you want to expand? No, I don't have any plans for after that, Swishio. Sorry. I'm not thinking that far down the road, dude. I have ideas, but I'm not going to share them. Have you thought about putting 2 parallel pins rather than 1 central one? How? 2 parallel pins? How? Parallel on what axis, Canadian? So like a pin at the top, pin at the bottom? Agreed. Dust Doodles. What's the purpose of this crane? This is our fun engineering mode project, just to mess around. We need to make a pin that's strong enough, so I need to make like a turntable here that can really hold stuff together. I think our weak link is the attachment points. Yeah, that's it. All right, hold on. Maybe the problem that we've had in the past is not having the right attachment points. Watch. This is all using the biggest, almost the biggest attachment node, right? Actually, 5 meter would be the biggest one. But 375 will work, I think. Have you tried to simulate a bearing ring? Relief. Basically a flat plate with RCS balls resting on it on a central axis. Give me a second, Novus. Maybe. Well, actually, hold on. Actually, that's... You know what? That's just crazy enough to work, dude. Hold on. Because we can do same vessel collision on this. That's no problem. Hey, Hydrolox, what's up? That is just stupid enough to work.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Novus, this very well could do it. Alright, so you could try something like this for a ring bearing. Okay, yeah, the inside isn't conic, Jacka, but I see what you're saying. You going with your idea? 5 lunar missions, 6-week tour, relief missions. I don't mind that, Victory, that's fine. Drago, 19-month resub, thanks, man. Got bored of it, RJ. I played career mode, took so much time away from the original mission mode, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel right playing it. Actually, best part is no part. Let's try it with no strut. And then you're missing my question. Why in this save did we stop doing missions to even Duna while doing the other primary missions, in this case moon landings? The original mission mode did that, so why did you stop doing that? They could, Shady, yeah. I don't... RJ, I don't understand. I'm sorry, man. It's the... Like, what do you mean in this save? Are you talking about the save that I'm playing here? Slow down. I don't understand, dude. I'm sorry. My brain's a little bit paced today from resetting my sleep schedule, if you guys haven't noticed. Maybe, Austin. I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not trying to be mean. It's not a bad question. If it's the question I think, I just don't know. Forgot what you mentioned weeks back regarding Hinge's hierarchy prioritizes non.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Striped areas should always be further from the root part. Correct, Scary, yes. No. Not this. That. This. Understand? This is not no good. Hey, Bandit. Not this. That's bad. Yeah, no problem, Scary. Okay, let's get our wobbly plates in here. So what I'll do is we'll go in here, turn on the interstage nodes. Get rid of the truss structure. So that's the fairing. And then, oh. And then this one will be the hinge, or I'll say the servo. What are you building? I'm new. I'm trying to build a crane pin, Dennis. I'm trying to build so a crane pin. So, okay, all right, here, look. Check it out. I was building one of these, right? I'm trying to build a crane. Like, and when I say a crane, I mean a crane that Kerbals can assemble, right? And I could build it up, and I could make a crane like this anywhere on Kerbin and build whatever I want at that site, right? The problem is, Dennis, is what was going on here is that this whole thing was doing this. It was doing that. So I need to figure out a better way to make a pin. The pin is basically the whole thing that the crane rotates on. It has to be strong because I have to be able to hold the counterweight, the boom, and whatever the thing the crane is trying to lift up, right? So yeah, I'm trying to build a stronger pin here. So what I'm doing is I'm in my test, I have a test file open here, and I'm trying to make something that's a lot stronger. I don't think it will, Novus, but we'll figure it out. Longer pin is a stronger pin. Yep. No problem, dude. Isn't the new Kraken pin inspired off the Kraken Tech helicopter rotors? The gears? Yeah, sure. Did you get your question answered? I'm talking about the last mission mode. In the last mission mode, I just kind of did whatever I felt like doing, whether it was building launch pads or whatever. The thing is, RJ, is that it's really hard to kind of focus on something and engineer it when it doesn't have a purpose. Like, okay, cranes, for instance, this has tremendous potential to be able to build stuff. I could build a launch site wherever I want if I could get the crane parts there, right? This has tremendous potential down the road, which is why I like working on it. It's just one of my, like, the helicopter design had tremendous potential down the road when we, wanted to make helicopters and helicopters weren't in the game, right? So that potential is what kind of keeps me going with this project, but there's no dates. But mission mode, setting the dates in mission mode and setting the budgets and the timelines and stuff really has me building for a purpose. And I find that it's easier for me to keep track of what I want to do in mission mode if I have that. Now, in terms of just going here, going there, I want chat to vote on it. Because, I'll be honest with you, I wanted chat to vote on it because I wanted chat to, I knew you guys, well, at least I thought you guys would push me to do stuff that you hadn't seen before. But, I'm not saying that that's not what's going on, but, for right now, you guys would rather see a more logical steps in mission mode over, like, stuff I haven't done before. So, I'm still trying to figure out the right way to implement that. So, I'll figure it out over time. Oh, no problem, Cumulin. Guys, my brain's kind of mush today. I totally reset my sleep schedule yesterday. So, I apologize if I'm getting a little bit on the frustrated side. I'm like, my patience is a little shorter than what it usually is, just because I'm like, cookies, you know. You're gonna have to bear with me on that one, alright? Alright, let me reintroduce my counterweight in here. And I won't even put that there. Let's just... Also, cookies. So I'll set this one as tank. That one is hinge. And I'll set that one as base plate. I just made you realize that you haven't had dinner. Okay. And I'll bring back my testing rig in here. And then we'll get my ruler. And we'll measure center point to center point, just like we did. How long is the ruler again? It's 5 meters long. Okay, good to know. That I made these I-beams clip together exactly 5 meters. That's a good good kind of point for testing. So what I'm gonna do is these tanks out here, I'm gonna empty them of fuel, right? And then, you know, as we spin the crane around, right? We'll spin the crane around and then we'll see how much it moves. Let me just put my reinforcing struts in here. You're a sub, dude. You can post. Just ask. Do you remember what your original design was? Wasn't it like 1.2 degrees? It was, yeah. Novus, it was nothing. I know nothing. All right. The other thing that I did was hang on a minute. There. Okay. Can one of the mods give me a link for the flag pack? Let's try flags. Maybe that works. There it is. Yeah, that's nerd. There you go. No problem, dude. Alright. So the traverse rate is set low. Fairing does not need to be staged. These tanks don't have any fuel. They can be auto-strutted. Actually, they can't be auto-strutted. So that's the hinge. That's the tank. Actually, I'm going to move these. Base plate down low, because that's the vehicle. Hinge, and then tank. So I'm using these for testing bending of different components. Alright, let's put this thing out there, see what it does. Did I tell you I changed your name? Frank NASA Nerd. What was your name before, Frank? Alright, so... Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move all that forward. We're going to see how much this thing actually bends. I don't think I have same vessel collision on the lower fairing. Frank Tank 2008. Oh, okay, Frank, I got you. Yeah. No problem. Oh, now everything is completely straight. Let's see what this does now. Control from here. What's the difference? So, well, this thing is moving. I'm going to control from here. 89 degrees on the base plate. On the hinge, it's 88.6. And on the tank, it's 88.3. So we're getting some bend between here and here. But our total bend, the hinge is really what I'm looking for. 88.6 comparatively to 89.0. That ain't bad. Nah, Austin, nah, that it's a lever arm. Closer RCS balls wouldn't do much. That's not bad, guys. That's really, really, really not bad. I'm gonna get rid of this lattice structure, right? And then I'm just gonna put docking ports or hold down points in 4x symmetry around the fairing. And then I'll just attach a probe core and a battery to the bottom. Makes it a much simpler testing rig. So Novus, you think we should go another... Let's go 10 meters out. Let's see what it does. So these are now 10 meters away. Let's see what it does. In terms of bending between the tank and the hinge, I can fix that right now. We can do struts down here. Like that. There we go. I'll do a 10. We'll go 10 meters out. Could you change what the RCS balls are attached to? They're attached to this. Every pin design, dude, hinges, haha, on this thing bending and flexing. That's every single one.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Excuse me. Any news on the SN11 pop? Nah, nothing. Nothing new from SpaceX. That's just dumb enough to actually work. Why is that different than what I placed before? All right, hold on. What if I... See, now you're just cheating. Yeah. You know what? Before I go and modify it, I'm just going to change one aspect at a time. Scott, 28-month resub. Thanks. It's AFDS or a catastrophic structural failure, Swishio. It's one or the other. I mean, Bandit, I think you would like this tweet. What's up? It's pod racing, isn't it, Bandit? Nice. Sorry, it took me a second to read it. I didn't realize you linked something. Is overclocking servos a thing? Yeah, but that's not the problem that we're trying to solve here, dude. Okay. So let's check the fairing plate. Fairing plate's at 89.9. The hinge is at 89.8. And the tank is at 89.8. Okay? Let's go to the hinge. And let's start transferring fuel out. This is a tank that's 9 tons, 10 meters away. So the base plate is 89.5. 88.1 on the hinge. That's our big delta right there. 87.5 on the tank. When are you going to do a face reveal? Face reveal at 100,000 subscribers. I agree, Novus. Yep. Alright. We're not getting that much deviation for 10 meters out, so that's 9 tons at 10 meters. Novus, how much torque is that putting on this thing? That's a lot. It's a lot of torque. Of course, they could be counterweighted, but that's not what we're trying to test, Victory. We're trying to test bending the hinge, you know? Mass times gravity times distance. 9 tons times 9.81 times 10. Thank you. $882 kilonewtons. Well, kilonewton meters because, yeah. A little less because your other tanks are providing a counterweight. That's correct. That's not bad. That's not a lot of deviation for that much weight. Yeah, it wouldn't. Jacka, I'm surprised people just... I'm surprised people haven't, like, thought like, oh, maybe he has like an identical twin and that's how he streams so much. You know? Like, you guys don't know. I could be the identical twin. Other EJ has a beard. If I show up with a beard tomorrow, you guys are going to get really confused. Maybe I have an identical twin. You ever thought of that? You ever thought that maybe some of these streamers that are doing like 48-hour streams straight have an identical twin? Interesting thing to ponder, I suppose. What if, like, that's why some days I'm, like, tired and grouchy, and that's why other days I, like, do the missions with no problem? I could have an identical twin. You guys don't know. Each twin with aggressiveness of niche information. Not you, but maybe variety streamers. Yeah, you don't know that for sure. You don't know that for sure. It could be. Bearded EJ is cooler. Thanks. 89.5 on the main plate. 88.3. That's 0.8 deviation right there, guys. That's pretty freaking good. Does Brimo have to deal with you twice then? I don't know. So the hinge is 88.3. That's it. There's 2 Brimos too. You don't know that. That could be a thing. You don't know. Other EJ and other Brimo could be out partying right now and you would never know. Yeah, Apatoxin, that's correct. You would never, ever know. There's no way. You did. Dude, there could be 2 of me. Be weird if you got mixed up. I've always thought about that, Munner. Like, what if there's identical twins out there, and they like the identical twins date each other? Like, is that like two identical girls and 2 identical boys? Like, is that a thing? Does that work? Illumini J. What if you get mixed up? 89.5 to 88.3. So that's 1.2 degrees. We're putting 800 kilonewtons of torque, kilonewton meters of torque there. That's not bad, dudes. That's really not bad. Nah, you'd never be able to explain or conceal every detail. You don't know that for sure. When I retire, I'll reveal the truth. When I retire, I'll reveal the truth, dudes. Oh my gosh, Scary. Dude, I played football with identical twins, and we couldn't tell them apart. There's no way. They had different haircuts, right? But when they have a football helmet on, same thing. You can't tell. You couldn't tell. So we had to take athletic tape and tape their names onto the top of their helmet so we could tell who the hell is who. That's just bizarre. Clubbing you. Yeah, Mason, that's weird. Yeah, Hellfish, yeah, we saw that comment. I still have it up, I think. Oh no, I don't have it up anymore. But yeah, it is interesting, isn't it?
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Away and hit you with a kazoo to the end of the night. Yeah, they did, Cetrell, because they were both on the O line with me. It's freaking annoying, dude. Keep in mind, this was like 20 years ago, like in Pop Warner football, but yeah, unbelievable. Guys, that ain't changing. So the hinge, rotating the hinge is not gonna mess with this too much. Try replacing the servo with a rotor and see how fast it could spin without wobbling itself to death. Or I could just increase traverse rate. Yeah, please, I see. Yeah, I gotcha. Interesting. Alright, I got another idea. That should prevent side fumbling right here. The side fumbling was effectively prevented. Every winding was in the normal Lotus L Delta type, based in panendermic semiboloid slots of the stator. I have an idea. Alright, so let me go in here, hit one, go in here like this, enable same vessel collision, there we go. I'm trying to bury the plate here, and then take the tank, right? If we take the tank and I set that to same vessel collision as well, I can use this, I could use a tank as a plate here to prevent side fumbling. New pic has been posted of the Crew 1 Dragon approaching the ISS last year. Well, that picture doesn't suck. Tim confirms no damage. Cool. Actually, you know what? I just want that the way that it is. Up and down sandwiching hinges. And then take this, move that down here, and set that to same vessel collision as well. Go in here like this. And now move these down like that. All right, let's see what this does. Don't forget the Marsal veins. That's right. Duh, Swishio, I know what you mean. Alright. Plate is at 89.9. The hinge is at 89.6. And the tank is at 89.9. Why would that be bent? Yeah, whatever. Oh no, the base plate is at 89.8, and then the tank is at 89.9, and the hinge is 89.5? That's weird. Alright, anyway, let's do this. Ready? You could build a short fairing to keep the RCS valves from sliding side to side. Yeah. Yeah, that was my bad. Yeah, that was my bad. Sorry. Does that mean it's not coming on then? SpaceX approved. Yeah, that wasn't too bad, guys. It depends on how you design the pin, Novus. To be honest. Huh. That ain't bad, considering. What's the hinge at? Here, actually, what happens if I do this? Damn. $89.2 versus $89.6. I think I found a hinge design. Yeah, this with that set as same vessel, man. And if we did a 5-meter base plate here, it'd be even more. $89.6 versus $89.1. It's pretty damn good, guys. The RCS ports are attached directly to the top part of the hinge, Max. It effectively negates out the springy joint between the rotating part of the hinge and the base plate. Works great. We could do that too, Novus. Yep. Theoretically, J-Speed. Yeah, hey, Ismic. That's why I put these things just on top of each other. Okay, well, I got a crazy idea then, J-Speed. Let's test something. I know this works. Dude, if this works, I'm gonna be mighty impressed. Scary, did I see Zach Brown's promise to Danny? Raise hell, praise Dale, bro. Scary, every time Zach Brown says something, I like him more and more. Right, Brian? He so is. Well, J-Speed, let's see what this does. We know from past endeavors that these things tend to have they tend to be pretty dang strong. Any plans for tomorrow? It's a special day. No? Hey, Flykin. It's a crane base plate, dude, yeah. Alright, let's see what these things do. How would a bigger fairing affect this? Well, a bigger plate that we can sandwich the pieces to means... I mean, it would be stronger. You used to troll chat on April Fool's Day. What's April Fool's Day? I don't know what that is.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
You made a mistake. You went shopping for food while you were hungry. You played yourself, man. Base plate is at 89.8. The hinge is at... Yes. Tank's at 88.3. Excuse me for a second. me just dial this in. The tank is already holding up the servo. Shouldn't the atmospheric parts be attached to the tank to keep it stable? One boom. Oh. Well, Rocket Guy, I noticed that the spectrometers weren't really doing anything. So, just hold on that. I want to see what this one does. This one is servo, lower fairing plate, upper fairing plate, tank. Hey, Bram gifted a sub to Flykin. Thank you. The hinge is at 88.4. The base plate's at 89.7. Now, what happens if I do that? Whoa. The sag comes from the tank, so... tank side, so you need something holding the tank up, which is what I was trying to say. Got it. But Rocket Guy, look at what this one's doing, man. This is pretty damn good. Just 3 fairing plates sandwiched is working quite well, actually, considering that tank's full. What's our deviation? And its variation, which is called air. 89.8, and then the hinge is at 89... 89.5, and the tank is at 89.1. That's weird. Last. Are the thermo Kraken bearings stronger than the new Kraken bearing? Thermo bearings are not as strong as the spectrometer bearings, but the spectrometer bearings are a lot bigger. Panels gliders are too small, Raid. FX, my 3D printer is caca right now. Brimo and I haven't had time to fix it. I've been doing these and she's been working. It's pretty cool. This is a pretty good design. They're not smooth. They're smaller, but they can't take as much load. But that makes up for it because they're tiny. Takeoff set for net April 11th for Mars helicopter. April 11th, okay. Guys, I don't think it's gonna get stronger than this. Seriously. For stuff that spins a lot, Shady, that works, but guys, this thing is real good. It's not bending at all. I mean, the bending is very minimal. Guys, you gotta understand, we're putting 800 kilonewtons of force down on this thing right now. So basically, I have the equivalent of a shuttle engine firing downward right now. That's the grav force that's being put on this thing. And I know the grav force says 141 point. That's not right. Ignore that. That's correct, Flecken. All right. Yeah, Mario, it's good. Equivalent of a shuttle engine 1 meter away firing down. One firing where that tank is would be 10 times more torque. Yeah, true. All right, we'll leave that. All right, so let me... Okay, same vessel collision. Don't stage any of these fairings. Same vessel collision. And then this one is the hinge, so I'm going to set it to H. And then we're going to get a little crazy. We're going to get a little crazy. I'm going to up the ante here. Up the old ante. Inspiration crew, 4 crew went out for a spin. What is that? Centrifuge training complete. Okay. All right, let's see what this does. How many tons are these things? I totally forget. See you last when you get a chance. I'm watching a history video on space and I noticed something odd. The footage of an early Ariane launch, I want to say Ariane 2, as the SRB is lighting after the rocket is in the air about halfway to clearing the tower. Yep. Yeah. Uh-huh. Let's go over here. 20 tons. Okay. Flashbang through the door. Sprint to the finish. Nice, Owens. Guys, I'd have to say that that's a pretty damn strong pin. Gonna name it SEP anyway. Get a new FNG, huh? And a muppet like you get past selection. The name's Price. Captain Price. There's guys over there. And you're soap. Why the wiggle? Plates are too close to each other. That's Kerbal's way of telling you that it doesn't know what to do. Anytime you see something like this, like a part jittering out, that means Kerbal doesn't understand what you're trying to make. So what I did here was I attached the main tank. I attached the main tank to another attachment point on the hinge. And the fairings are now attached to the main attachment point, and this thing is attached to the side. I'm not sure if that's a right way to do things, but it might be. Helicopter might fly in April. April 11th is the net right now. But the FAA inspector needs to be there, Kem. That's what Basio was telling me. Yeah, helicopter flying on another planet's gonna be pretty cool. Are my alerts not playing? I don't remember anybody. Oh no, okay, that sub's from a little while ago. Base plate's at 89.7. The hinge is at 89.1. The fairings are at 89.2, and the tank is at 88.8. But considering we're hanging about 20 tons off the end 10 meters away, I think we're doing okay. So I got 20 tons worth of liquid fuel and oxidizer hanging out here, and yeah, that's pretty good, man. I like this. It's for a crane, Church. You made an Oreo. Yep, pretty much. There you go. There's your Oreo. This piece of junk. All right. Yeah, okay, so Vulcan, are you still here, buddy? Yeah, Arion did that with the rocket, the solid rocket booster. Sorry, I just wanted to finish what my train of thought there. Arion did that with a solid rocket booster so it wouldn't damage the pad. Titan actually did something similar to that too, but for other reasons. Titan 3s, some versions of Titan 3 didn't ignite the LR-87s right at T+0. They actually just fired the SRBs and let the SRBs go for a little while. And then, as the thing was ascending, they'd fire the core stage on the Titan 3. Yeah, not sure if he's still here. He might be gone. Sorry, my brain's working really slow today comparatively to usual, guys. Thoughts on stability clamps? They must be a good reason to rely on them versus sitting on the ground. Apologies. You'd use stability clamps to hold your rocket up. That's about it. Alright, let's get some Kerbals aboard this thing. I know it looks ridiculous, but I want to see how this whole thing kind of works. There we go. Love the paint. Okay. It's an Oreo. Yeah, the Oreo crane. Mm-hmm. Alucard, what's up? We got struts for days. Perfect. Alright, let's go. Is this a counterweight? I'm testing out a new pin. Alucard, I can't engineer as well as Lieb here right now, but I'm close. I'm close to getting this right. Well, this is Chunguska. I don't know what we'll name it. Okay. Okay, let's get the outriggers ready. This seems like an inefficient helicopter design, but what do I know? Okay, the jacks are out. Or the things are out, so now. I don't know why they're locked. It must be just something left over from messing with this thing in the editor. So now we're gonna lock that. We're gonna lock that out. Lock that out. Lock 1, lock 2, lock 3, lock Loman.
Discovery,
All
go
right.
and throttle up.
We need one of the Kerbals. I need you for a second, buddy. Hey, PK, what's up, man? So we can use Kerbal construction to lay in some attachment struts here. All right. So now we go to the controller, and because this is all strutted, it should just lift the truck right up off the ground. Perfect. Now we strut the jacks so they don't move. It's messing up a little bit. Okay, all struts are in position. All right, so now let's control from the hinge. So that is attached directly to the hinge, and now I'm going to transfer the fuel. We're going to put 20 tons of mass out here on the end of this thing and see what it does to the truck and the hinge.
Tell me why should we wait until tonight? The sweetest love is made by day. It feels right. Baby, why should we wait?
The center of gravity is right where the camera is right now. Church. And now I need to see how much the hinge is bending. So 88.4. That's attached to the hinge. This is what the fairings are reading, 88.1. And that's what the tank is reading, 88.1. The base plate is reading 88.9. It's not bad. That's not bad at all. Alright, let's try moving it. I forgot to lock the jacks out. Not bad. So we have 20 tons, 10 meters out. 20 tons times 10 meters out times 9.81. 1,962 Newton meters. Kilonewton meters, I should say. What do you guys think? It's pretty good. That ain't bad at all. What's our deviation total? 88.3. 87.8. 0.5. I'm trying to get this to not bend. See, I have a weight out here, Cray. I'm trying to get it to not bend. How about you use the crane? Well, I will use it. How will I use it? Well, I'll see something that I want to pick up and attach to it and then pick it up and then move it where I want. That's how most cranes work. No. Colton, I don't know. Do you not want a crane in KSP? I'm pretty sure I could figure out something useful. And will this be going to the moon? No. No, it won't. No. No. How do you pick stuff up? With docking ports. Yeah, cranes would be more useful here. That's right, Proxygen. Yeah, you got it. Okay, I saw what I wanted to see. Weight test. Weight test. Yes, weight testing time. Beef jerky time? Want some beef jerky? Actually, I'll just start the crane in the outright position. So, once again, I'm gonna have to do this every time I want to set up the crane. But a real lattice crane like this is gonna, well, it's gonna need the same kind of love here. These things take a second to get built. But once they do, they can lift the world. Is this the time where we stare at the camera and laugh? Ready? Ready? I'm ready. Who's ready? I'm ready. Who's ready? I'm ready. Who's ready? I'm ready. Da! Da! Moving on. Call it World Mover. How does it rotate? There's a hinge in there, boo. Boo. The mullet survives another day. Da! Da! Hey, Patrick, what am I? Stupid? No, I'm Texas. What's the difference? It's a giraffe. Oh, God. Well. Too much evil. Too much evil. Show me thee. But Jerry, doesn't make you feel good just to see that? Say that. Say it with me. To show you. No, Jerry, you can do better than that. Show you the money. We'll half it. No, yeah, show you the money. That's the self-destruct feature. Yep. Well, we know with 280 tons on the fulcrum that the thing will snap. It will snap and it will cease to be. Is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Patrick. Mayonnaise is not an instrument. Wife brought me home an Oreo Blizzard. Coincidence? I think not. And now I'm hungry. Oh. No. 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 Don't you dare.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
So we have 90 tons of tons on there. You don't like the poodles in your van. Captain Failure, 51-month resub. I don't know, guys. What do you think? I think that's strong enough. Interesting, Arca uses casted tanks. Why not? It makes sense, Rocket Guy. Are you doing after hours today? I did a truck stream this morning, Thrawn. You don't like to eat the poodles. What would you want me to play if we played After Hours? I don't know, man. I'm getting kind of tired. Yeah, Church, it's pretty strong for what it is. Stormworks? Oh, you're killing me. PUBG. Get out. Get out. Truck recap. I worked on the... Give me 1 second. For you to eat poo. Guys, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this hinge is pretty damn friggin' strong. The port supports have 280,000 kilograms of force on top of it. Well, kilograms on top of them, not force. Well, actually, there's eight jacks, right? And our grab force is 3,100 kilonewtons. So 3,100 divided by 8, which means that each one of these has 387 kilonewtons of force on it. So it is still holding it up, but not very well. It wants to walk. Dude, I would say that this thing is pretty friggin' strong. Don't mind me, I'm just taking my crane for a walk. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna call that good. Yeah, the wheels are supporting, or at least kind of supporting it. I mean, that's a pretty dang strong hinge. Derpa 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 doo. Actually, I'm honestly thinking here to there for the hinges that the Kerbal set up might be the better move. I'm actually interested to see what that does, guys, if you guys got a little bit of time. So that's 280 tons. And if I run that to the filling of the Oreo hinge right there, more outriggers. I don't think I need more necessarily, Chief. I think this might be enough. I think it just wasn't strutting to the right parts. Let's see what this does. Oh, Funky, you're gonna rescue Kerbals that are stuck on Duna. Best of luck to you, sir. Wow. Truck recap interrupted. I got the battery tray parts all stripped, and I started repainting them. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I probably don't have 280 tons of crane with Chunguska. But yeah, this is certainly in the ballpark for what I'm looking for. So I got the battery tray all stripped down, and I started painting it, and then it was paint dry, and then I hit it with primer, and then I hit it with flat, and then I got the coronet running. I moved the coronet off the grass onto my driveway, and then basically did a recap of what was going on with the truck. I was gonna do another truck stream tomorrow, but it's hard, guys. My brain's fried. But then again, it could have been just because I reset my sleep schedule. So, I was waking up at like noontime, and I moved it like in 2 days to wake up at like 8. Yeah. So my brain is kind of lately, but yeah, that's the recap for the truck today. I might work on it on Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure. Pretty damn good, guys. It's load testing the crane hinge, Doom. I'm trying to make a better pin, man. Ford's helping Fords. You need some muddin' tires to go out there, guys. They should know that. I don't know what part that is, Gustavo, but I think we're good. I think we're good here, man. This thing's a monster. You're a Kraken attack, got him. That worked a lot better running the strut up there. All right, so we need to make. This is good. I like it. This is very strong. You're a 3D artist. You could design your own pit and import it in the game. You could say that about anything that I do, Chief. Then where's the fun? Just tuning in. Are we making a second crane, or are you redesigning the first one? I redesigned the pin, Bill. The pin is redesigned. This is way stronger. I just did a longitudinal load test by putting 280 tons on top of this thing and having it hold it up, and it worked. And then I hung 20 tons of weight 10 meters away from the center of rotation. Still worked. This hinge is way stronger. Like less than a degree of deviation here, holding 20 tons out there. It's just 3 fairing plates, basically. That's it. 3 fairing plates with same vessel collision on it in a 5 meter radius. It's really good, actually. Yeah, it's really, really
Discovery,
strong.
go at throttle up.
Swishio! Grazie, grazie. I don't know how to say 11 months in Italian, but thank you. I don't need grip pad. No, Gustavo, we don't need that. Undisi messi. Grazie. I was working on the crane pin, Jim. I made a crane pin that's much, much, much stronger than what I did before. I just really wish I could take my other crane and just attach it to this thing. KSP has a merge tool. All the cal controllers and all the struts and everything, Skiri. You want to run those again? I don't. Grip pad pistons on the ground. Yeah, don't work is the end of that sentence. They don't work very well for me. Especially not on the end of the robotics, dude. I know. Kappa Claus is there. Shut up. Damn, your beige Volvo. You'll go back to driving Carla in your beige Volvo. And I'll be dead, or back in prison, which is just as bad. So warm. Bro, do you even lift? You know what's scary? Fine. Bananas. Did you see it? Did you hear that? I recall bananas. Did that actually just... But my cow controllers, mate. Oh no, my cow controllers. They're gone, mate. No, but none of the cow controllers work. It's okay. I honestly... Does this work? Oh crap, it still works. Well, that works. The problem is Dude, it's been announced. It's just been announced. Skylon is getting a test later today. What are they testing, Tessa? If they got the heat exchanger working, the pre-burners were the problem, if I'm remembering, right? Think, where does Tessa live? What? What does that have to do with anything? Oh, time zones. I was gonna say, they're testing in Cornwall. That's not near where he is. That's like on the opposite side of the country. Yeah, it's not the first here, you doofus. It is here, though. Tessa, I'm going to make a joke tomorrow at this time, and it's going to be an April Fool's joke. And you know what? You know what you all would say in that particular scenario? You'd be like, "Right, EJ, it's not April Fool's here anymore." But you make the same joke right now. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. This ain't Burger King. This isn't Scooby-Doo. Does it work? I don't know. Yeah?
Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
If you give a man a match, you keep him warm for a day. Set a man on fire, and you keep him warm for the rest of his life. Oh, look, Tiradra's here. Oh, look. Oh, hey, Tiradra. What's new with you? How's your Tiradra life? Oh, that... You're right. You feel happy. You feel happy. can't get those struts undone, and the rest of the crane isn't working correctly because of it. Get the cherry picker? It is sitting over there, isn't it? Huh. 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 The real question is, where were these struts supposed to go in the first place? Oh. Well, that makes sense. Understandable. What about you guys? I think those are supposed to be right there. Okay. Let's... Let's do this, I guess. I mean... This should work. There's nothing saying that it shouldn't work. This should be able to hold this up just fine. We have a gnarly big counterweight. Where's our center of mass? Center of mass is behind the pin for the most part. You know what? Let's just move this down so it's on the ground. Actually, you know what? There we go. Okay. This should work. How much tonnage did I put on the counterweight? On the wagon? How much are we carrying on that thing? 40 tons. Okay. 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 Changing the title from engineering mode to suicide mode. The title doesn't say engineering mode. Suicide. Okay. Okay. You want to know how the crane works? Here's how it works.
For a number of years now, work has been proceeding in order to bring perfection to the crudely conceived idea of a transmission that would not only supply inverse reactive current for use in unilateral phase detractors, but would also be capable of automatically synchronizing cardinal grammeters. Such an instrument is the turboencabulator. Now, basically, the only new principle involved is that instead of power being generated by the relative motion of conductors and fluxes, it is produced by the
Stop, turboencabulator man! Why do you hate me? Okay. You gonna be all right? It would seem that my hinges are a little bit messed up, mate. Oh, you got a license for that crane, mate? Yeah. Not sure what went wrong there, but I, definitely broke it. The boom still works, though. The jib works. Sweet. All right, let's just keep going.
Interaction of magneto-reluctance and capacitive directance. The original machine had a base plate of prefamulated amulite surmounted by a malleable logarithmic casing in such a way that the two spurving bearings were in a direct line with a panometric fam. The latter consisted simply of 6 hydrocoptic Marsal vanes so fitted to the ambifacient lunar wane shaft that side fumbling was effectively prevented. The main winding was of the normal Lotus O delta type placed in panendermic semi-boloid slots of the stator, every 7th conductor being connected by a non-reversible tremie pipe to the differential girdle spring on the up end of the Grammys. The turbo-encabulator has now reached a high level of development, and it's being successfully used in the operation of Nofertrunians. Moreover, whenever a fluorescent score motion is required, it may also be employed in conjunction with a drawn reciprocation dingle arm to reduce sinusoidal repleneration. It's not cheap, but I'm sure the government will buy it.
No, don't play that one. Play this one. Hey, Jordan. How you doing? How's things, man? I can't play the Flumbus one like in DMCA. Because if we share it and get a couple laughs, that means it means it gives some dingbat that makes too much money the rights to my whole stream and says that I can take it down because I hurt his feelings and I hurt his feelings. Which one is that, Ian? Okay. We will see how funny it is. Nice, Jordan. That sounds like fun.
Today's scientific question is, what in the world is electricity? And where does it go after it leaves the toaster? Here is a simple experiment that will teach you an important electrical lesson. On a cool, dry day, scuff your feet along the carpet. Then reach your hand into a friend's mouth and touch one of his dental fillings.
Oh.
Did you notice how your friend twitched violently and cried out in pain? This teaches us that electricity can be a very powerful force, but we must never use it to hurt others, unless we need to learn an important electrical lesson. It also teaches us how an electrical circuit works. When you scuff your feet, you picked up batches of electrons, which are very small objects that carpet manufacturers weave into the carpet so that they will attract dirt. The electrons travel through your bloodstream and collect in your finger, where they form a spark that leaps to your friend's filling and then travel down to his feet and back into the carpet, thus completing the circuit. Amazing electronic fact. If you scuff your feet long enough without touching anything, you would build up so many electrons that your finger would explode. But this is nothing to worry about unless you have carpeting. Although we modern persons tend to take our electric lights, radios, mixers, etc. for granted, hundreds of years ago, people did not have any of these things, which is just as well, because there was no place to plug them in.
Of course.
Then along came the first electrical pioneer, Benjamin Franklin, who flew a kite in a lightning storm and received a serious electrical shock. This proved that lightning was powered by the same force as carpets. But it also damaged Franklin's brain so severely that he started speaking only in incomprehensible maxims, such as, "A penny saved is a penny earned." Eventually, he had to be given a job running the post office. After Franklin came a herd of electrical pioneers whose names have become part of our
it's not
electrical
wrong.
terminology. Myron Bolt,
No.
Mary Louise Amp,
No.
James Watt, Bob Transformer, etc.
Bob
These
Transformer.
pioneers conducted many important electrical experiments.
Oh, of
Among
course. Bob Transformer.
Galvani discovered, this is the truth, that when he attached two different kinds of metal to the leg of a frog, an electrical current developed, and the frog's leg kicked, even though it was no longer attached to the frog, which was dead anyway. Galvani's discovery led to enormous advances in the field of amphibian medicine. Today, skilled veterinary surgeons can take a frog that has been seriously injured or killed, implant pieces of metal into its muscles, and watch it hop back into the pond, where it sinks like a stone. But the greatest electrical pioneer of them all was Thomas Edison, who was a brilliant inventor, despite the fact that he had little formal education and lived in New Jersey. Edison's first major invention in 1877 was the phonograph, which could soon be found in thousands of American homes, where it basically sat until 1923, when the record was invented.
Oh.
But
Discovery,
Edison's
go and
greatest
throttle up.
achievement came in 1879, when he invented the electric company. Edison's design was a brilliant adaptation of the simple electrical circuit. The electric company sends electricity through a wire to a customer, then immediately gets the electricity back through another wire. Then, this is the brilliant part, sends
Trebuchet
it
time.
right back to the customer again. This means that an electric company can sell a customer the same batch of electricity thousands of times a day and never get caught, since very few customers take the time to examine their
Discovery,
electricity
go and
closely.
throttle up.
Okay.
In
Yeah,
fact,
this
the
is-
last year any new electricity was generated was
Jordan gifted us up to
1937.
Bill and Mr. Church.
Today, thanks to men like Edison and Franklin
And Bob Transformer.
and frogs like Galvani's, we receive
Hey, Ryan.
almost unlimited benefits from electricity. For example, in the past decade, scientists have developed the laser, an electronic appliance so powerful that it can vaporize a bulldozer 2,000 yards away, yet so precise that doctors can use it to perform delicate operations to the human eyeball, provided they remember to change the power setting from bulldozer to eyeball.
Gotta change those settings, man. Okay. Okay. Thomas Edison, brilliant engineer, also lived in New Jersey. Oh, I hope I don't get claimed for that. Bulldoze my eyeballs. Oops, I blasted their eyeball into the next zip code.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Guys, I think we're making progress here. But I also think I should clean this design up. These modular segments do look cool. It does look like the real crane. But now, for whatever reason, I can't stop talking like the dingbat that I just heard in the video. Be sure to change the crane settings from trebuchet to crane. Oh, bulldozer to crane. Okay, yeah. I found that today was crying in my kitchen. Once the crane is done, how's it going to the moon? Well, if I wanted to launch it to the moon, I would use a really big rocket. Jordan gifted a sub to Ryan and Ian. Hey, welcome to Mission Control, guys. Is that voice a quality shared amongst dingbats? Dingbats, dinguses, and doofuses. Yard. That is the... If I ever create a metal band, that is going to be my first album. Dingbats, dinguses, and doofuses. We can call it Triple D for short. Now, what the hell is going on up in here? What the hell? Well, seriously, why is that freaking out? Okay, all right, relax. Is there going to be a poll for a budgeted schedule for the mid-miss missions? Tomorrow, Jim. Yeah, tomorrow. You want a rover? Or, well, it's basically just going to be landers. We don't really need to make a min-miss rover. Rovers on min-misses... Min-miss rovers are fairly useless. It's better to just make a lander. Oh, yes. Just click things that, you know... I don't want to click on... There. Alright, let's try this again. What about an ion-powered hovercraft rover? I made that a long time ago. What's this hoot nanny? Dave, how you doing? This is the crane with a better hinge. A rocket launch from a submarine? I could do that. So we're gonna act like I'm not gonna ask about the jersey? Always, man. I bleed black and gold, you know. Nice. Nice.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Okay, cool. Good progress there. All right, fellas. Guys, I'm getting a little bit tired, if you don't mind. I'm probably going to go to sleep. I just wanted to see how that would work with a crane mass on top of it. I have to redo how that crane goes together. We can do that another time. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll mess with it for early hours tomorrow. I just got to come up with a better way to put this thing together. You know, the crane obviously can't drive around like this. I mind. Got him. Chief, stop. Don't do that again. Yeah, I gotta figure out better modular pieces. I'm thinking just use SRBs. The SRBs can make pretty strong segments. We would want, yeah, a bunch of thumper segments. Just lower the part count, make things a little bit easier. Did I see your sub message? Pi, 45-month resub. What is this? How did Darth Vader know what Luke got him for Christmas? He felt his presence. Okay, I'm leaving now. I will see you guys tomorrow at noontime. We'll do some early hours, maybe mess with cranes. Yeah. I'm just gonna call it a little bit earlier tonight, fellas, because yeah, truck streams. So, I didn't really want to do a truck stream during a regular streaming day, to be honest with you. But Starship kind of ruined that, and we didn't even get a landing out of it. We got a catastrophic explosion that I still have no idea what kind of happened with it. But it's okay. So, guys, I'll be honest with you. I was thinking about where we should go with the moon missions, but I honestly think the next logical step for the moon missions, now that we've proven it, is to, well, do 5 more of them to prove that the architecture works. And then I think after that, that's the right move is to, you know, mess with the architecture and do a bunch of different things. You know, we could see like what the architecture, you know, like we could make landers with it, or we could do, you know, refuel the tugs or something. So I think the truck streams are probably going to go back to Tuesday mornings for now. Space Shuttle Legos should come out in 90 minutes. You want to stay up till you order it. Yeah, I will. I think part of SN11 hit B3 though, so I suppose you could say you were partly correct. Yeah, you're right. Part of it did. Yeah. Roger, Tranquility. Yeah. So that just means for the for Kerbal exploration operations, how much funding should I get for 5 missions, and how long is it going to take 5 missions? And we'll go from there. We will go from there. All right. Anyway, let's see who's still streaming. Let's see who's still out and about. Hey, NASA Man is playing Kerbal. Let's go see what he's up to. My buddy Sawyer is playing some KSP. Let's go see what he's up to, guys. Have a good night. And then, yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.